Zoe, come and take this tray upstairs. I overheard the doctors saying he needed urgent surgery, one that would cost thousands. But nobody in the house talked about it. Madam Julian is busy flaunting wealth on Instagram, and their only son, Daniel, is partying in Dubai. Good morning, sir.
Thank you, my daughter.
This is my entire life savings from the little salary I've earned over the years. I don't know if this will be enough, but I can't let him die.
She left the house, boarding a bus to the private hospital where Chief Gregory's doctor worked. It had been 2 weeks since Chief Gregory's surgery, and though he was still recovering, the doctors called it a miracle. Nobody knew how the hospital bills had been paid. Not Madame Julian, not Daniel, not even Chief Gregory himself. Zoe returned to the mansion quietly after that night, resuming her duties like nothing happened. But something had changed. Deep within her, a quiet satisfaction lived. She had done something right. She had saved a life.
Zoe. Yes, Ma. Why didn't you polish the floor this morning? Do you want your village spirit to follow us here? I'm sorry, Ma. I'll do it now.
Let her be. Zoe, come and sit. You were here every day while I was in the hospital, weren't you? I remember. Your voice, your prayers. My daughter, thank you.
Chief, I will like to take my leave now. Please do take care of yourself.
I will. Thank you, nurse.
Daniel had collapsed just outside the gate, after returning from a nightclub. His body was burning with fever, his shirt soaked with sweat, and his speech was slurred. Madame Julian screamed as the guards carried him inside.
Call the doctor. Call everyone.
The same illness that nearly took my life.
Zoe.
What did he say?
Zoe.
Let me try. Are you a nurse?
Let her.
Zoe sat beside Daniel and dipped a towel in cold water, gently pressing it on his forehead.
You'll be okay, just breathe.
If this fever hadn't been controlled early, we might have lost him. Yes. You stayed.
Yes, you needed someone. Stay away from my son. I saw you beside him last night, like a snake waiting to strike. I was only helping. Helping, that's how girls like you start, pretending to be humble, acting like saints, until you trap a rich man's son. But let me warn you now. Over my dead body will a housemaid become part of this family.
What's going on here?
Ask your precious housemaid. She wants to seduce our son. I would never.
Enough. Zoe has shown this family nothing but loyalty and kindness. You will treat her with respect.
Why didn't you tell anyone what you did for my dad?
I didn't do it to be praised.
You gave up all your savings for someone who didn't even know you existed. Why?
Because I know what it feels like to lose someone you love, and not have the money to save them.
You're not just a maid, Zoe. You're the bravest person I know. God bless you.
Bless you too.
Though Daniel's health was improving, tension hung in the air like smoke. Zoe tried to keep her distance, focusing on her chores, but Daniel wouldn't let her disappear. He'd ask for her constantly, during meals, during therapy, even for small things like adjusting his pillows. Madame Julian was livid.
She's using her fake innocence to blind him.
But I know how to deal with rats.
A termination notice. Overstepped boundaries, I'm no longer needed. Is this really because I cared?
Where are you going?
I was asked to leave.
By who?
Your mother.
Daniel's jaw tightened. Without another word, he turned and stormed into his mother's room.
Why?
Because she's a distraction.
She saved me. She saved Dad. And all you care about is your pride.
She's a servant, Daniel.
She's more human than half the people you call friends.
Are you saying you have feelings for her?
I don't just have feelings for her, Mom, I'm going to marry her.
A glass shattered from Madame Julian's hand. Meanwhile, outside the gate, Zoe sat with her bag on her lap, unaware that inside, the man she once thought was untouchable, had just declared war for her sake.
You're not going anywhere.
Daniel, please, don't make this harder than it already is.
No. I've lived my life with everything money can buy, but nothing ever made me feel the way you do.
Your mother will never accept me.
She doesn't have a choice. Wait for me here, let me get the car. You'll stay here until things calm down.
People will talk.
Let them. For once, I'll do what makes me happy.
The next morning, the news broke online. Billionaire's son reportedly in love with former housemaid. Madame Julian almost fainted. Bloggers were dragging the family name. Society women mocked her. How can she win like this?
If Zoe is the woman who makes our son better, then I bless their union.
What?
Thank you so much, Dad.
Go and bring her home. Officially.
Okay.
Daniel brought Zoe back to the mansion, this time, not as a maid, but as the woman he intended to marry. The staff bowed respectfully, though some looked on with hidden gossip in their eyes.
You've already proven yourself a daughter to me.
Hello.
Do you think they'll still love you when they know the truth?
Who is this?
Her mind went back to a dark chapter she had tried so hard to bury, 5 years ago, a hospital ward, her mother dying slowly of kidney failure, and a man in a black suit offering her money in exchange for something unthinkable. She never took the money, but someone had taken a photo. A photo that could easily be misunderstood. And now, it had resurfaced. The next morning, the family woke up to a scandalous photo trending online. A blurry image of Zoe, crying in a hospital corridor, with the caption, "Daniel's bride once linked to a rich politician, secret deal exposed."
What is this?
I can explain. Explain what? That you're a gold digger who's been planning this since day one.
Enough. She saved my life, and I trust her. That's all that matters.
The man in the photo was none other than Senator Tobias Hernandez, a wealthy, powerful figure known for scandal, silence money, and secrets. The morning after the photo leaked, Zoe received another call.
I warned you to stay low, Zoe. Now, you will do exactly as I say, or I'll make sure the world sees everything.
Talk to me, please. What does this photo mean?
When my mother was dying, we had no money. I was just 17. A man, that man, came to the hospital and offered to help. He said he was doing charity work. But when I refused his conditions, he threatened me. I ran. I never saw him again until now.
And now he's trying to ruin you.
No, he's trying to control me.
Later that day, Zoe received a brown envelope from the gatekeeper. No name, no return address. Inside it, photos, videos, screenshots, some edited to look scandalous, some real but twisted. And a note.
Leave Daniel quietly, or this goes viral.
Downstairs, Daniel was excitedly talking to his father about proposing to Zoe officially. But Zoe had locked herself in the room, breaking down in silence. She knew if she stayed, Daniel's reputation would be destroyed.
Yes, Senator, she received it. This time, she'll run.
She clutched the envelope in her hand, the threats, the twisted lies, the cruel evidence meant to destroy her. Every instinct in her heart told her to run, to disappear before the media storm devoured everything.
Zoe, please open up. I don't care what they say. I love you, I believe you, and I'm not going to let anyone take you away from me.
I'm scared, Daniel. They want to ruin you because of me.
Let them try. This time, they picked the wrong girl to mess with.
What are you doing in my house?
I came to warn you. Your son is about to make the worst mistake of his life. That girl, she's poison. And I have proof.
You think I care about photos from 5 years ago? She refused your advances back then, didn't she? That's what this is really about. Let me warn you. If you come near my family again, I will expose you. Every dirty deal. Every victim. You forget who I am.
If I can't have you, no one will. Watch your back. God, I'm afraid, but I know you're with me. Please protect me from whoever is behind this. Cover me, Lord, fight for me, and give me the strength to face whatever comes next. Amen.
Night fell heavily over the mansion. But Zoe couldn't sleep. She stared out the window of her guest room, the senator's message echoing in her mind, "Watch your back." She reached for her phone to call Daniel, but before she could unlock it, the power went out. Complete darkness. A few seconds later, she heard the soft creak of a door, and slow footsteps in the hallway. Her breath caught in her throat.
Daniel.
No answer. She tiptoed to the door and pressed her ear against it, then suddenly, someone banged on it from outside. She screamed. From the other side of the mansion, Daniel and Chief Gregory rushed toward her room. They met Zoe trembling in the hallway, barefoot and shaking.
There was someone here. I heard him. I heard.
Where are the securities? They should search the compound now.
You should stay in the hotel for now with security.
No, if I keep running, I'll be running forever.
Instead, she did something bold. Zoe went to the press. In a trembling but firm voice, she told her story live on national TV. She revealed how she was threatened at 17, how she was blackmailed now, and how power was being used to silence the voiceless. By the time she was done, the nation was buzzing. Women's groups called to support her. Hashtags flooded social media. Celebrities reposted clips. Zoe the housemaid became Zoe the fighter. Senator Tobias Hernandez, watching from his luxury home, threw his glass at the wall.
If she won't back down, then take her out.
Okay, boss.
If I hide now, he wins. I'm tired of living in fear.
You're not hiding. You're protecting yourself.
I'm not alone anymore, Daniel. I have God. I have you. I have the truth. That's my protection.
She's still at the house.
Wait until she's alone. Then finish it.
Okay, boss.
Meanwhile, Madame Julian paced her room nervously. The backlash from Zoe's interview had turned public opinion against her too. Women were calling her out for supporting a predator. Her friends had stopped calling. She was no longer the woman everyone admired.
You said you'd handle it quietly. Now everything is burning.
Don't call me again, unless you want your name to join hers in the news.
Who's there?
Suddenly, a figure lunged at her from the shadows. Zoe screamed and fought back, her heart pounding. But just before the man could overpower her, Daniel tackled him to the ground. Security came rushing in. The man was unmasked. It's one of Senator Tobias' former bodyguards. The police were called. Daniel filed a report. But Zoe knew this wasn't the end. This was war.
I never asked for fame. I only asked to be heard. What happened to me happens to girls every day, girls who have no one to fight for them. But I refuse to be silent. And I refuse to be a victim.
Madame Julian was falling apart. Her friends had abandoned her. Her social club had suspended her. Even her husband barely looked her in the eye. And yet, pride wouldn't let her apologize.
I'll never accept her. Even if the whole world bows to her, I won't.
You once begged that girl to clean your shoes. Now the entire nation is watching her rise, and you're still stuck in your pride.
Meanwhile, the senator was arrested secretly as part of a growing investigation. More victims had come forward. More truths were unraveling. And through it all, Zoe stood strong. At a family dinner the next week, Daniel stood up holding a small box. He turned to Zoe.
In front of my father, this household, and the millions who believe in you, Zoe, will you marry me?
Yes.
But just before the applause could begin, a voice rang out from the doorway. All heads turned. A woman stood there, strange, familiar. Zoe's hands began to tremble.
Mama. Mama.
Yes, my daughter, it's me.
You died. They told me you died in that hospital.
I didn't, I survived, but I was too ashamed to come back.
Why? Why would you leave me all alone? I suffered, Mama, I begged. I worked like a slave to raise money for your treatment.
I know, Zoe, and I failed you. But after the senator's men chased me out of the hospital that night, I lost everything. I thought if I disappeared, you'd have a better chance at life.
Madam, why are you here now?
I saw my daughter on the news. I saw the strength she never got from me. I came to ask for forgiveness, and to warn her. The senator had more than just men after her. He kept files, dangerous ones. I used to clean for his driver before I disappeared. I heard things. I saw things. If those documents surface, Zoe's life might still be in danger.
Do you know where the files are?
Before she could speak, a loud crash echoed from outside. The front gate had just been rammed open by a speeding SUV. Zoe rushed to the window, only to see two masked men jump out, armed and aggressive. Daniel pulled her back.
Everyone, get down.
The securities at the gate tried to fight back, but the masked men moved fast, professional, ruthless. Daniel rushed Zoe and her mother into a hidden room behind the dining area, one only a few staff knew existed.
Stay here. Don't open the door for anyone but me.
No, Daniel, don't go out there.
I won't let them hurt you. I promise.
Chief Gregory had already activated the silent security alarm. Within minutes, police were on the way, but minutes suddenly felt like hours. Madame Julian, still upstairs, clutched her Bible and wept. For the first time, her hatred didn't matter. She was scared, not for herself, but for her son. Downstairs, Daniel confronted the intruders with a fire poker.
This is your last chance. Leave now.
She knows too much. And if she talks, people like you fall with her.
Try touching her, and I swear, I'll bury you myself.
Suddenly, sirens blared outside. The men cursed, turning toward the back entrance, but just before fleeing, one of them tossed a small object toward the hallway. A homemade explosive. Zoe and her mother heard the muffled bang from their hiding spot. Smoke filled the mansion. She tried to run out, but her mother held her tightly. Wait, let them leave first.
Police has surrounded this compound. Come out with your hands up.
The attackers were gone, but Daniel was lying unconscious in the hallway, blood on his temple, his hand still gripping the poker.
Please don't die, not after everything, please.
But as the medics carried him out, his fingers twitched. He was alive, but barely. The hospital lights burned bright, but the air in the emergency ward was heavy with tension. Daniel lay unconscious, machines beeping steadily beside him. A bandage covered his head, and his once vibrant smile was gone, replaced with silence. Zoe refused to leave his side. She stood there holding his hand, whispering prayers through trembling lips.
You told me not to give up. Now I'm telling you, don't give up on me.
Outside, reporters camped at the gate. The news of the attack had gone viral again. This time, there were no more questions about whether Zoe was telling the truth. Now the nation was asking, who is protecting the monsters in power?
Zoe, your mother is ready. She says it's time.
I kept this hidden since that night. I didn't know what was inside, only that it was dangerous. I never had the courage to open it. Chief Gregory plugged it in. What they saw left them speechless. Audio recordings, videos, bribery transactions, conversations between Senator Tobias and top officials, some threatening underage girls. Others discussing silence payouts. It was explosive. It wasn't just enough to destroy Senator Tobias, it could take down a network of corruption that had operated for years. Chief Gregory picked up the phone and called an old friend at the FBI.
Prepare your best officers. The storm is about to hit.
Zoe.
You're awake.
Madam. Your car outside. It's on fire.
Flames danced in the hospital parking lot, turning Zoe's car into a charred wreck.
It was arson. They're sending a message. You need to stay away from me until this is over. You're the only one brave enough to finish this.
We started this together. I'm not walking away now.
By morning, the police and the FBI had launched a full-scale investigation, thanks to the evidence from the flash drive. Senator Tobias Hernandez was officially declared wanted. But he had vanished. No one knew where he was. That afternoon, Zoe received a parcel with no name, just a phone inside. The phone rang. She answered cautiously.
Clever girl. But do you really think truth always wins?
I don't think. I know. And this time, we're not afraid of you.
Then let's see how brave you are, when you lose something else.
Suddenly, Zoe remembered, her mother had gone to the market.
Mama.
She tried calling, but the number didn't go through. Minutes later, a photo came through the phone. Her mother, bound and gagged, in an unknown location.
Trade the drive, or you'll bury her next. No.
Chief Gregory rushed in, as she showed him the photo.
We have to alert the authorities.
No. If we involve them now, she dies.
So what will you do?
I'll do what a daughter does. I'll go get my mother.
Please, let the police handle it.
I lost her once. I won't lose her again. I'm with the decoy copy of the flash drive. Talk to you later, Daniel.
Well done, housemaid. You've caused me more trouble than most politicians ever could.
I brought what you wanted. Let her go.
He took the envelope from her hand and tore it open. Inside, a flash drive. But it wasn't the original.
You think I'm stupid?
I think you're desperate.
Suddenly, sirens. The warehouse was surrounded. Chief Gregory had tracked Zoe's location through a hidden GPS chip he'd sewn into her top. The FBI and police stormed in with guns raised.
You're done, Tobias. Your secrets are out. You're not walking away from this.
Just then, her mother kicked the guard beside her in the leg. The guard stumbled, firing a wild shot. In the chaos, Zoe elbowed Tobias hard in his jaw. A gunshot rang out. Tobias screamed, clutching his arm. He fell. Officers swarmed in and arrested him.
It's over, Mama. It's finally over.
The news broke like wildfire. Senator Tobias Hernandez arrested. Brave housemaid turned hero exposes decades of corruption. Zoe's name was now on every channel, every headline. Journalists camped outside the mansion. NGOs called offering support. Even international organizations wanted interviews. But Zoe wasn't thinking about fame. She was thinking about peace.
You came back.
I had to. You're my home. May I come in? Of course. I fought you. I insulted you. I judged you, but you saved this family, not once, but twice. You stood up where I crumbled. I'm sorry, Zoe.
No more delays. No more drama. Zoe, will you finally become my wife?
Yes, with all my heart.
Yes.
Congratulations, my child. Thanks, Mama.
Miss Zoe. This is the United Nations Human Rights Council. We've seen your bravery. There is a seat for you at our next panel in Geneva. Will you come share your story with the world?
The news of Zoe's invitation to speak at the United Nations spread like wildfire. Chief Gregory was proud. Daniel was stunned. Madame Julian, speechless. Zoe stood at the center of it all, grateful, humbled, and unsure.
You've changed, Zoe. You didn't just survive, you became a voice for millions.
But I didn't do it alone. God came through for me. And you were my strength. Your love gave me something to fight for.
So what happens now? Geneva, or us?
I can do both, but I need your support.
You have it, always.
You're blessed, Julian. That girl is not just your son's wife, she's your redemption. Days later, Zoe boarded a plane for Switzerland. She walked into the UN conference hall. Leaders from around the world turned as she stood at the podium.
My name is Zoe. I was once a housemaid, but that is not where my story ends.
Her voice echoed with courage. She spoke of justice, of dignity, of the dangers women face when power is used as a weapon. By the end, she received a standing ovation. Back home, the Davids family watched her on TV with pride.
She's not just my wife. She's a light.
And as Zoe stood on the world stage, her eyes closed briefly in gratitude. From a forgotten girl in the servants' quarters, to a daughter of justice, a voice for the voiceless, and now, a woman of legacy. From scrubbing floors, to walking on gold. Outside, guests had already filled the hall. Top dignitaries, human rights activists, the staff who once watched her sweep quietly, and women whose lives had changed because of her voice, everyone was there. The ceremony was short, powerful, and soaked in emotion.
You may kiss the bride.
Many know my story, but today isn't about where I came from. It's about where love, truth, and courage took me. If you're watching this, no matter who you are not your past. You are your purpose. We made it.
No love, you made it.